Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm here with a major update on the Beyblade Bros app. So I'm kind of late to this. You may have already seen this on some other channels, but for me, I was just really busy with college stuff again, and I did know of the update since about yesterday, but yeah, just got really busy, and this is actually the second time I'm recording this video because the first time got interrupted a few times, so I just completely scrapped it. So I already know what's new in this app, which is going to make it a little bit easier for me to cover, and hopefully it won't make the video too long. So here is the title screen though. It is fairly new because it does show the new stadium, which I will be talking about later. But yeah, let's begin. Alright, so after clicking on the main screen, it does take you to another main screen. As you can see, the layout is a lot different. In fact, you now have your own personal account, so it's more personalized now. You can actually customize your character and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and try to access that actually. So here is the profile section. You can adjust what region you're from, and I don't think it's restricted, so you could say you're from South America when really you're not. Anyway, you could also pick your avatar. Right now they're just silhouettes. I'm not sure if they'll ever customize them, but yeah, that's pretty neat. There is also unlockable avatars that you can get. I guess you can get these once you level up. And you can personalize your color as well as username. My username is SupremeSoul15, by the way. If you want to add me, go ahead. I will be accepting requests because that is another new thing I'm going to be talking about. And there's also a restore code. So this is just to use if you ever switch devices or if your app gets deleted. Just keep in mind that this is private. Try not to share it with anybody because that could mean that somebody could take over your account. That's why I'm blocking mine right now, so just be careful with that. Thought I'd tell you guys. Anyway, let's go back to the main screen here. So the layout here is pretty nice, like I've said. It has easy access to the scanner as well as the Baylocker. And then on the bottom you get to see all of these sections. So there's an achievements where you can complete tasks every week. You do have a time limit. And then if you level up within a certain time as well, you get a new base stadium. So that's my task right now. Moving on, there is a leaderboard. Now this leaderboard is with your friends. As you can see, I am on the bottom because I have not been playing at all since the update. And you can see that I have already added a few other people. And on the friends list, here you could see people who have requested you. So I believe this is Ilonuk. And I'm not entirely sure, so I'm just going to pretend it's him. If it's not, it's going to be kind of awkward, but alright, I got him. And yeah, this is pretty neat, honestly. The whole friend feature is pretty awesome, especially for us Baytubers that probably will add each other, and maybe, who knows, we'll make some like Baytuber battles for this app. I mean, it's not going to be the real deal with Beyblades, but it's still through the app, which is kind of neat. And then I did cover the profile section already. Anyway, I'm going to cover the Baylocker next. So the Baylocker hasn't been changed that much. As you can see though, on the top right corner, there is your avatar, as well as access to the store. Thankfully, my infinite hack that I used in the past has not changed, so I still have 18 million Bay coins, which is just freaking awesome. I can buy out the whole store whenever I want. As of right now, I've only bought a new stadium, but there is a pretty good selection of parts. And going back to the menu, you could see that it's fairly identical to how it was before. However, when you customize the parts, it does feature a nicer layout, which looks really awesome actually. Not gonna lie. So that's definitely a lot better than what they had before. And I'm looking at my selection and I just noticed that my bays are still the same. I did have more bays in the past, but they were deleted after a few updates. I'm not sure if I scan them again, they'll come back. Hopefully that's the case because I did have quite a few. As of right now, I'm only limited to a few right now, which is kind of which kind of sucks, honestly, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, it does also tell you the battle log, which I feel like was kind of flawed before. Maybe they fixed it. But yeah, I think that's it for the selection. You know, they still have the avatar track, so you do get a good amount of XP, as well as XP on your account. And that takes you back to your main page, actually. Alright, let's go back, and let's just pick the battle section. So, there is a section that's still not available yet, and that is World Tournaments. It says outrank other bladers in an online battle. So I think this is going to be like a global system. So similar to the friend system, but on a global scale. I'm looking forward to that because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be grinding and trying to level up to the top. I for sure will be trying at least. I don't know how much time I'm going to spend on this app, but we'll see. And on the right, we have challenges. So these are pretty much the same ones that we had before. We have an exhibition battle, which just means like a regular battle. You can pick a custom opponent, random opponent, or recent opponent. And then training, which I don't really like that much. I feel like you might as well just do a battle, but it's there if you want it. And the next focus here is the head-to-head online battle. So this is pretty much just online multiplayer, and this is something that the app desperately needed. It pretty much was not complete without it, and I even talked about it in the past. I am so freaking glad Hasbro finally put it in because it was like the #1 thing was missing. The app itself is good, but the whole lack of multiplayer made it completely like boring because it had to be local multiplayer, but it is now online, which just makes it so much better. You can now battle friends and even other Baytubers. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a random opponent because I don't think any of my friends are online. Yep, they are all offline. So let's pick a random opponent. I'm going to be using Valtryek, and I'm just going to be showing you guys a test battle. For my first attempt, I noticed there's quite a bit of disconnections. I'm not entirely sure why. I could be poor internet, but my internet's fairly good. But as for lagging, there wasn't a lot of lags actually, so that was pretty good. Anyway, let's see how this battle turns out. It's going to be in the new Star Stadium that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit. I'm going to try to launch to the left actually. And keep in mind, my Beyblade is level 5, so I feel like I'm going to destroy this guy. I'm going to go easy on him though. Okay, so I won that round right away. And we are off to the second round. Hopefully I can get a burst so I can just finish it up real quick. And that was just a one-hit kill. Wow. I did not expect that. I'm going to go ahead and launch head-on. Maybe I can get a nice clash. And we got a nice hit right off the bat. I'm going to try to do my special move right now. And it did not let me because I won. So, I won that battle, and honestly, it's just really smooth. There's not a lot of lag. I did experience some earlier, like I've said, but right now it's perfect. So that's good to know. I know BeybladeBattles.com, if you're familiar with that, that was the previous online game they had. That was extremely laggy, but it seems like this app is really smooth. So that's awesome. Anyway, I'm going to cover just a couple more things. I did cover just the main parts, but there is another thing, and that is the new selection of parts, or the new Beyblades that are in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and go to an exhibition battle and select a custom opponent. Alright, so here is the first new Beyblade in the app, and that is Caynox Oval Gyro. It is the Hasbro equivalent of Chaos. And as you can see, it's the same color as the one that was in the special triple booster set, I think, with Nova Neptune. So it's a really nice color. It's white with black highlights, so pretty much almost identical to its Kartomi counterpart, which is really awesome. And as for the layer itself, its Kartomi one has some pretty bad teeth, so if Hasbro can give this some good slopes, I can definitely see this being competitive, especially because of that smooth circular shape that it has. And the best part, I think, is also that it comes with gyro. Now, gyro was supposed to come out with Yggdrasil, but they gave it Edge instead. But to finally see it being released is really awesome. I am so glad, actually, because that means that we're getting one more part that we should have gotten a lot sooner. So let's move on to the next new Beyblade. Okay, here is the next new Beyblade, which is Mad Minoboros, or Minoboros M2. And as you can see, it does come with Quarter and Quake, because that is the stock combo, at least according to Cartomy. This could be different for Hasbro, but this is what I have so far. Anyway, if you take a look at the layer, though, it is pretty much identical to the Random Layer Collection to Cartomy version, which is kind of odd, because I thought they'd get the original colors, but no, the plastic here is a clear blue color, which is, I guess, alright. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. It doesn't mix that well with the brown. But you can also see that it does have a highlight for the eyes. So, pretty neat. I personally have not used this layer a lot, but if Hasbro gives us some good slopes, it might actually be good for attack. And I'm still not sure if it's going to come with Quarter and Quake, but like I've said, Cartomy gave it those parts, so I'm going to guess that it will have those. And next, we have Orpheus 02, and I apologize, I do not know the stock combo for this. If you want to fill me in on it, make sure to comment down below. This is one of the Hasbro exclusive layers, at least as of right now. Apparently Hasbro will be making layers that Cartomy has now produced, and this is one of them. As you can see, the beast is like a warrior with some kind of violin shaped things on it. I think Orpheus is actually based on an instrument of some sort, like a string instrument, and you can kind of see that on the layer. Those details really are similar to an instrument, so it's a pretty neat concept, actually. And the layer itself has a pretty obscure shape. It is fairly circular and smooth, but it does have like some spiky ends. It actually kind of reminds me of Quetzalcoatl just by the shape, or I guess maybe even Minoboros. I'm not sure what category it is as well. I think it might be a stamina or defense type. But yeah, I guess it's alright. I'm not a big fan of the colors, to be honest, but if it's a good layer, you know, it might actually be useful. We are still not entirely sure, but it does have a pretty unique shape to it. So here is the next Beyblade that I found, and that is Phantazus P2, aka Frantic Phantazus. Wow, that's a weird name. I honestly prefer the Cartomy version a lot more, which is Psychic Phantom. It just sounds a lot better. But as you can see, it's pretty much identical to Cartomy's. The colors on the layer are pretty much identical. And I'm a big fan of those colors, to be honest. It's just a nice gray with those blue and red highlights. Honestly, this layer reminds me a lot of Gemios from Metal Fight, so it's a pretty neat layer. I know Cartomy's version is fairly trash because the teeth on it are just horrible, so if Hasbro can give this good slopes, I can also see it being useful like Caynox, but we just gotta wait and see. And it will come with polish, which is super amazing because polish is actually kind of hard to come by for Cartomy, and this will be easy access to it. I personally do not even own one myself, so I might even get it for this disc. And I'm pretty sure it will come with weight, which we've already seen with Zillion's Zutron, so there's going to be another release of it. So I want to say that's it for the Beyblades themselves. However, I did see some new parts for the, I believe they're called Spinfire tops, or just the electric burst tops. I'm seeing a massive, and I'm pretty sure there is armed as well, or vertical. Okay, so there is a gravity disc for this, a limited, vertical, and I think boost and knuckle were already there. So there's press, revolve. So revolve is a new driver for this. Press is also new, I think. And then we have massive, but I think this should be orbit. I'm not sure. Anyway, those are some other new parts that I noticed. So I'm pretty sure that Hasbro will be releasing more of those electric tops in the near future. Anyway, the last thing I wanted to touch up on is just these stadiums, because I think there is some new stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick an opponent. So the stadium selection screen has been improved. It actually looks a lot better now. I'm a big fan of this. It shows you the stadium right off the bat. So these are the stadiums we've had in the past. The basic one, blue, Chaos Core, Avatar Attack, Epic Rivals, and the most recent one, which is the Star Storm base stadium. So this stadium is based on the upcoming stadium that will be released with the Genesis Valtryek and Christ Satum set. So that will be coming out, I'm not exactly sure when, but in the near future, and that will come out as an actual stadium. So I'm looking forward to that. And I already did battle in the stadium, so it's a pretty nice neon green design. And I was wondering about the digital base stadium that was shown earlier for the achievements, but it might be the same one that we've already unlocked. Actually, that looks different, so who knows? I kind of want to get that stadium soon. But I think that's it for the entire app. I'm just going to give my final or just overall thoughts. Alright, so I'm going to say that Hasbro definitely is taking this in the right direction, especially because of the online multiplayer. I mean, we already did know about this. I think we found out, I want to say at least a few weeks ago, but I'm kind of glad that they brought it out pretty fast, since it hasn't been that long that they announced it. And as of right now, I'm not noticing any major bugs or glitches, so it's definitely pretty smoothed out. The online gameplay is pretty good, like I said. There was some minor disconnections here and there, as well as some lags, but overall, it's still playable, which is also a good thing. And I'm just really looking forward to the gameplay with friends, because, like I've said, I kind of want to do a thing where I battle fans or possibly even other VTubers. This is just in my head right now. I'd have to contact people, and who knows, I might even get a stream going on and be battling you guys live. I think that's going to be pretty hyped. But, yeah, thank you, Hasbro, especially with the new Beyblades coming out as well. I'm really looking forward to it. I just kind of hope that they release Evolution kind of soon. I'm not exactly sure on dates, but I will keep you guys updated. But that's it for my update on the Burst app. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to comment your thoughts down below as well. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. So, also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload an update. And yeah, so until next time guys, see ya.